Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury. ArchieLuxury from the ArchieLuxury channel, the Paul Pluta channel, and ArchieLuxury corporate. Guys, keep watching. Keep watching. I need the viewers. I need the viewers. I need the subs. I need it. Like, subscribe, and tell your friends. Tell your friends, whether you like them or hate them. Just tell them anyhow. ArchieLuxury on YouTube. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury on the Paul Pluta channel. Today guys, I'm doing paid review 20 SE2 and the wrist watch on my wrist, Patek 5196. Guys, I've got a paid review from Roy and he sent me 50 US and he says, Archie, requesting a review of the Ulysse Nardin Freak Cruiser, specifically the red gold, the rose gold black dial variant. I never really considered a freak, but it's grown on me. My wife was really impressed by how it works. I keep a list of 3 approved watches with my dealer so that she can pick from for special occasions. Her liking it as much as she does if I add it. That is what I will get next. I have a taste for anachronistic and perhaps eccentric watches. For example, I love my Seamaster Bullhead chronograph. Being a Ulysse, it'll obviously be steeply discounted. Thank you for your time. And he's included a link which I'll include in the corner. I'm not sure that corner or that corner. One of the corners will have a question mark. Click on that and okie dokie. What do I think of this watch here? My God, the Ulysse Nardin Freak. And this is a watch that came out in the early 2000s. It's kind of the first of this genre of craziness. It was called the Freak because the guy at one of the head honchos at Ulysse Nardin said this is the Freak. What does it do exactly? Well, how do I explain it? It's kind of like a tourbillon, except that the whole movement rotates around to tell you the time. The hour hand, the hour disc, the hour indicator is a disc underneath the movement that rotates. And the minute indicator is actually the movement moving around the watch. So it's absolutely crazy concept. In all the madness that's out there, this was one of the first really crazy watches. When I say crazy, I'm talking MB&F, you know, those micro machines. I'm talking, it's crazy sort of watch. Now, I gotta be totally honest with you. These things here, my advice to you would be to go and have a look on Chrono24, see what they're selling for, because you wouldn't want to, you want to be very careful how much you pay, because Ulysse Nardin is kind of in my opinion, it's a bit of I was going to say it's a toxic brand. Is that a fair word to say? It's not my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. I'd never buy one. I'd never buy one. I mean, Ulysse Nardin is a highly respected watchmaker, but they've never really nailed it. They're a bit like Blank Pain. You know, they're kind of, yes, they're a great maker, but they just don't seem to hit it off. I mean, I look at their watches, they don't really make me happy. So I went on to the Chrono24, a rose gold with a black dial. Is about $50,000, 50,000 US dollars. And I mean, for 50,000 US dollars, what would I buy? I tell you now, I certainly wouldn't buy a Ulysse Nardin Freak. There is some really cool stuff you could buy there for $50,000. You know, it is, there's some, you know, what I would buy is very different than what, obviously, I mean, I don't know, Roy, what you already have in your collection. if I had 50,000 US dollars to spend, I would buy some sort of manual wind Patek chronograph. I think that would be absolutely beautiful. That's what I would buy. A 5170. That's the sort of thing I would be looking at. But, you know, if you had 50,000 to spend, there's so many great watches that I would buy instead of the Freak. For starters, the Ulysse Nardin brand name, it's not really a strong brand I like. I don't like the brand name. You're paying such high money, you could get a beautiful Lange, you could get a beautiful Patek. There's a lot of really top watches you could get. I would say if you're going to spend 50,000 US dollars on a watch, Roy, I'd be saying, you know, I'd be going Patek or Lange. That's what I would be doing. Now, obviously, Roy, I don't know how wealthy you are there, but if you were really that wealthy and the watch means a lot to you, pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. It's not something I'd buy. I think it depends what sort of. But you know, yet again, if you really like unusual, the Freak is so unique. It was the start of this craziness. There's nothing that really compares to the Freak. So I completely get where you're coming from. So maybe that is the right watch for you. Maybe it is the right watch for you. For me, it's not. I don't particularly like it. I don't like it. No, I don't like it. Sorry. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not really my cup of tea. $50,000 I would buy. See, I'm very conservative in my watch tastes. The Freak, it is an amazing thing. Nothing is like it. Nothing is like it. Do I want it? I don't have any desire for it. No, I don't. Is it amazing? Probably. Is it? I just worry there's so many better things I would buy than the Freak. Ulysse. For starters, I don't really like the Ulysse Nardin brand. It's not a brand that I like. Then this watch here, I don't like the styling. It's kind of over the top, ostentatious. Then I think about it a bit more and say, you know, thinking further about this, it's just kind of not really my cup of tea. It's not my cup of tea. I'd be getting high-end Patek. There's so many beautiful Pateks you could own instead of this. I mean, it is an interesting concept. It is an interesting concept. Okay, the movement, how it moves around. Is it worth $50,000? $50,000. $50,000. I can think of a lot better ways to spend $50,000. Now, I don't know how rich you are, Roy. You're possibly minted. $50,000. It's all relative what we have to spend on this hobby. I love my watches. I love my watch. I like traditional Pateks. That's what I like. I like that. That's my genre. Boring, you could say. They make me happy. They make me happy. So I suppose in some ways there, if the watch makes you happy, check out the Chrono 24 pricing. So from what I can see, they're about 50,000. If you're going to get it new, you'd want to get it in ballpark there. There's absolutely nothing I like about it. The styling, the brand, I hate. That sort of watch I hate. The look of it I hate. The aesthetics I hate. There is absolutely nothing about that watch I like. And that's probably why you should buy it. You should buy it. It's an interesting concept. It's very interesting, but I really can't stand it, okay? Roy, to be totally honest with you, Roy, I hate it. I mean, when I say I hate it, I don't hate it like I really, well, actually I do hate it. I really hate it. There's nothing about that watch I like. I think it's boring. It's unexciting. It just does nothing for me. It does nothing. It doesn't, I look at a beautiful Patek. It's gorgeous. This is just ugly. Hello. Hi guys, ArchieLuxury. And who do I recommend in America? In America, who do I recommend for quality pre-owned wristwatches? David SW, David SW, David SW. Go to davidsw.com. He is the best, the greatest pre-owned dealer in all of the United States of America. David SW, David SW, David SW. Hey guys, ArchieLuxury. Who do I recommend for watches in Brisbane and Sydney? Vintage Watch Co. That's correct. Vintage Watch Co. in Brisbane Arcade in Brisbane and the Strand Arcade in Sydney. Vintage Watch Co. Brisbane and Sydney. Ronnie, I've known him since the late 90s. Ronnie is a top bloke. Luke is a great guy. Vintage Watch Co. That is who I recommend in Australia. Check out Vintage Watch Co. and the guys' amazing range of watches. They also do service and repairs. Vintage Watch Co. That is where the pontiff goes. Some of my Pateks came from Vintage Watch Co. That's right, guys. Vintage Watch Co.